Hi friends, this video is on demand, how to create environmental science syllabus. So in this video, I'll be telling you some important things that how you can create your own course for any grade. So this course I'm creating for grade 12, or you can say for high school. And the content standard I have mentioned in this video, it can be distributed into grade 11 as well as in grade 10, mostly in grade 12. Okay, so you have to check the publisher's book, okay, that you are following, and you have to pick these content standards and align with that. For creating a syllabus, what is the most important thing you have to consider? The most important thing for the course is standard, that what standards you are going to teach. This is the first point. You can see I wrote, here the particular column for standards, okay, that you will be teaching, okay, in the environmental course. Okay. Second, you have to make sure that these standards are for particular grade. For example, grade 10, sorry, grade 11, grade 12, okay. You have to identify that. And how you can identify that? uh, through the stat standards. Now you have to check that which state standards or which standards you are following for this. I have chosen NGSS standards, and these standards, okay, I have taken from there. You can see here, I'll show you. These are the NGSS science standards, next generation. And here you can see, so what standards I have taken from here about the earth system and earth and human system. So you will not be following all the standards of the earth system and earth and human activity, but it will be depending on your grade level, what content you are offering in grade 12. So you have to analyze the standards first for particular grade, and then you have to create the content. For example, I have chosen some these standards for grade 12: scientific method, the ecology, biosphere, it's repeated, okay, and the forest and soil, the water, energy resources, societies and policies. So they will be covering, okay, these content standards into the grade 12. Now we cannot teach all these topic and themes, okay. Now in the scientific method, what exactly you're gonna teach, you have to go back to the standard. Standards actually is setting the benchmark, okay, to what extent you are going to offer or to what extent you are going to teach. For example, this standard, okay, is going to teach apply scientific reasons and evidences, okay. So means you can teach scientific inquiry, laboratory tools and safety, measurement, scientific models, okay, and other planetary surface of the account of the earth formation and history. Now this is, it's not talking about earth, but will not go for the earth's, the history, and for that one we will be talking about, another part, that where we're going to cover this part, okay. You can write remove the critical, it's already critical. While we are talking about science and laboratory and the experiments, okay, it's already critical thinking, okay. Similarly, I have picked another the standard, which is talking about, means I want to teach the ecology. Now here you can see here that the construct an agreement based on evidence about the similarities and earth systems of life and eco it's covering here. Second, analyze the geoscience data and the results from global and climate models. Okay, you can see global connections. Okay, there's standards covering here. Here, and simulation to illustrate the relationship among management, natural resources, and sustainability of the human population. So you can see here the land habit, biodiversity, you can see here, which is talking about organizational relationship, and even you can see the population size, population genetics determine. Okay, so this standards covering about that. So similarly, the biosphere, you can see here the construct and explanation of Big Bang theory based on astronomical. Okay, and the evidence, light spectrum, motions, distance, galaxy, and composition. So you can see here the cycles of the water cycle, effects, global connections, ozone, which is talking about that the astronomical, and the climate changes, which is talking about space, global changes. That's also the are talking about Earth planet. So these uh, contents are being covered in this standard. So you have to check all these things. Even we can cover community scientific idea and life cycle. This standard is effect of the cycles of the ecosystem. So it can be more than one standard. So again, I'll repeat. First, you have to pick the standard, choose the content table from the book which you are following, choose the themes according to the standard. So you have to read carefully, pick themes and topics, okay, which are mentioned in the book under this content, under this tree scientific method, and relate these themes with the standard. So at the end of when you teach or in the classroom, that you should be sure that when I'll teach these topics, okay, students will be able to understand this standard, apply scientific reason and evidences, okay. Similarly for another standards of the ecology, similarly biosphere, similarly the rest of the standard. So the main point is that we are teaching standards, not book nor topic. At the end, you have to sure that your standard has been covered. And how you have to, organize your content. You have to go through first standards and then choose the content table and pick the themes which is relating with the standards. I hope that is the answer. If you have any question about that, please you can ask me and we'll be discussing further.